to my classroom where we talk about everything relating to the online ESL teaching process, from the VIPKid hiring process to teaching tips and tricks that across all platforms, to just real life chats about what's going on in our students' lives halfway around the world. Hello, my name is Teacher Allison, and today I am coming at you with some tips and tricks. I finished off my first contract with VIPKid yesterday, so today is my first day of contract number 2, and I am here with my biggest regrets. So hopefully you can learn from my mistakes and have a better start than I did. So let's get started. My first biggest mistake is my classroom environment. If you look back at some of my older videos, you will see this was not always my classroom environment. When I first started, I just had a long orange piece of paper with a piece of printer paper I had scribbled my name on with a Sharpie. And my lighting was really bad. And that was that. I passed my mock with it. I did. It was in my intro video, and we're going to get to that, but it wasn't great. You can go back and look, and you can see the difference. And now I have heard that VIPKid is kind of cracking down on your classroom environment when you're getting hired. So here's my backstory and the reasoning I did it. When I started with VIPKid, we were in the middle of a military move, a PCS. And so we were waiting for a house to be built, and so I was living with my parents, well, for a month or two while the house was getting finished up. And so I didn't want to do anything crazy, and we were tight on money because we knew we were building this house. And so I was just trying to really keep it cheap, and it shows. And so when we moved into our house, it looks much better. You can see the entire background. It's much more educational. The alphabet behind me as I teach, I pull down letters if they're relevant to a lesson. And these pencils, if you teach level 1, there's a lot of colors. These have the colors written, so I have extras that I just hold up, and they're really close because I taught colors last night. And of course, my name. Always have your name. I do want to add my show name because that will help make findability a little better. And this is like my tax stuff, so it's just where I can find it. And kids love Dino. So yeah, first regret, my classroom sucked. And parents see that. When you are up against tens of thousands of teachers who have these beautiful classrooms, and then I was there with a piece of paper covering the bookshelf, and the bookshelf wasn't even entirely covered. They see that and they take note. And it doesn't matter how great of a teacher you are, if your lighting sucks and they can't see you and your mouth and how you say these sounds, and if your classroom is just boring, why is a kid going to want to pay attention? So your classroom, let it reflect you. Some believe this is too busy, and some love it. Who are you as a teacher? Who are you trying to attract? All right, regret number 1. Here we go. Regret number 2 is my intro video. When I started, I kind of just slapped together an intro video. Again, I had that orange piece of paper. It is no longer up there. One of the first things I changed. I did not know how to edit videos when I started VIPKid. The last time I had edited a video, I was in the 8th grade taking a computer class. And it was literally just, you know that Elton John song, "We Didn't Start the Fire"? Well, our teacher had given us like these clips about like, we didn't start the fire, so then there was like a picture of a fighter. No, we didn't light it, but we tried to fight it, and there was like a picture. So like, it wasn't even like clipping and editing and adding. It was just super basic. And guys, I have been self-taught since. If you do slap together a video, then fix it right away. I did not. I left it for a while. So here are some suggestions. Some people use Fiverr. I was being cheap and didn't want to pay for it. And sometimes I wish I had. You can use Fiverr. You can, there's always freelancing if you have friends that do it. Or you can just do it yourself and just do a better job than I did. Like, it is possible. I figured it out. I learned. One great way to do it is to do the research before you start the hiring process, or so that once you get it, you can get going. Or, like I said, it can wait. It's just, parents see that is their first impression of you as a teacher. And if their first impression is, oh, she didn't put effort into that, is she really going to put effort into the class with my kid that I'm paying a bunch for, right? So think about you as a parent. That's kind of what helped me is I thought, okay, I'm going to sign my son up for online classes, let's pretend. And do I want to see this teacher who just slapped together a background? Or do I want to see a teacher who cared enough to create this background, a welcoming environment for my child? And that's kind of where I went with that. And then the second question you want to ask is, what levels am I attracting? I attract a lot of younger levels with my background. I am certified for the higher ones, but the vast majority of my schedule is the upper levels. So keep that in mind as well. All right, moving on. Regret number 3 is certification. So as you are moving through the hiring process, you have the option to take 2 different mocks. You can certify in your mock class for levels 2 and 3, and then you can take a different mock to certify for levels 4 and 5. Now, I was told when I got hired that levels 2 and 3 are where the most bookings are, so I certified in 2 and 3. And then I just wanted to get started, and I hated the mock. It was nerve-wracking, and there was a lot of work, and I needed someone to watch my kid, and it was a lot, so I just stopped. Now, what I didn't find out until after I had signed my contract, which is too late, is it is not that easy anymore. So when I signed my contract, I immediately got certified in level 1, trials, and level 4. But you're not certified. They give you what's called a basic certification, and so you have to teach 5 classes, and they will review one of them. You don't know which one. They're just going to pick one. And then they will come back and say, hey, great, you have your advanced certification. You can now be booked for as many classes in this level. Or, hey, here's some suggestions of things to work on. Try again. So you're going to teach another 5 classes. And if you do great, that's the goal. If you don't, then you have to go back and submit a demo lesson, kind of like your demo lesson when you got hired. So, and then you have to do that for level 4, and then I had to do it again for level 5, and I had to do it again for level 1, and again for the trials. So if you just do 4 and 5 and get it out of the way while you are hiring, it is so much easier. Yes, you may have to do a few more mocks. Yes, you have a greater chance of failing, but it gives you more practice with the online platform and their buttons and their features so that when you get in there with a real student, you are not as nervous. I was super nervous because I had only done 1 mock. And yes, the information. So I have taught a bunch of level 4 and 5 since, and I really like the content, but the contents they give you to teach your mock is really boring. And I think I judged off that. So don't just judge off the slides they give you in your mock. You can always drop the certification if you decide you don't like it. So those would be the easiest ones, because as you continue to move up, currently at the time of this video, they have up to level 8. And I'm certified to level 7. I have not made it to 8 yet because 7 is not cleared. So do you kind of see where I'm going? I would have been available to so many more students and parents if I had certified for levels 4 and 5 right away as well. So, scenario. I certified for levels 2 and 3. I certified for levels 4 and 5. Those were clear. I could be booked for as many as I wanted. So then when I got into the system, I could certify for trials, level 1. And then I also could have certified for level 6. Do you see how many more classes? This is 4 right here. And this is 3. There's also 2 level 1s. I could have been certified for 8 extra classes. You guys, how much better could I have marketed myself had I done that? So think about that as well. Really think about who you are as a teacher and what you want to do. And I really suggest to all of my referrals that they certify in everything as possible, at least in the beginning while they are getting started, because it can be tough to get started. I know from experience. This is why I have some regrets. My 4th regret is, okay, we're going to sum it up as bookings. So your first 2 weeks as a new teacher, you are basically highlighted from VIPKid. You are on the top of that search function of the sea of teachers. And parents are also incentivized to take classes with you. Their students get free classes. They get energy stones, which they can buy stuff with. And this kind of helps you build your student base at the very beginning. So you want to make yourself as available as possible. But like I said in the beginning of this video, we were in the middle of a move. And my husband had not come with me. He was meeting us when the house was ready. So it was me and my son, and my parents were helping out. And so I was as available as I could be, but I was not super available. So what I have found has really helped my bookings is some all-nighters. I know it sucks and it's hard and it's not me, and I have to get up and have a kid. I have to get up and have a kid. Yes, no. I have to get up and be a mom. But they have really helped my bookings. I've been exposed to so many new students. I've gotten so many regulars because of it. And if I had done that in the beginning, when I was featured by VIPKid for 2 weeks, I can only imagine where I would be now. Or if I can only imagine where I am now, like how much sooner that would have been to November when I signed my contract. So, oh, my bee just fell. I need new tape. So definitely, if you can, try to do it when you can make yourself super available for those 2 weeks. And if it's anything like me, you will totally think it was worth it. I still pull all-nighters, probably about once a month if I can. It's just to help kind of fluff those bookings, fluff those interested in regular students, and it has been a game changer for me. So having that little nugget in there for those of you that are still watching. My 5th biggest regret is the hutong. I thought the hutong was just like the message boards you see back in like the 90s and early 2000s. Do you guys remember those? And while it kind of is, it's also so valuable. And I did not get into the hutong until about 2 months ago. So in the hutong, there's a message board and teachers can, create threads and other teachers can answer, but there is also a heavy presence from VIPKid staff, and almost every day they will post like a little quiz or a little culture, or just they'll post something where you can earn tokens. And tokens, you can buy things at the VIPKid shop. So I finally saved up to buy a real dino. I actually got my tokens refunded because their store is closed, and that's a bummer. But if I had done it sooner, how many more tokens would I have? On top of buying tokens, using tokens for yourself and just VIPKid swag, you can also send them to your students. So you transfer your tokens to their gemstones so they can buy cool stuff with their gemstones. And they have some crazy stuff. Like, one of my kids bought like something as simple as a jump rope. They can buy free classes. It's an ungodly amount of gemstones, but it's an option. They have like these huge science kits. Like, this is just from what I've heard from kids and other teachers. So it's really cool, and the kids are really, really motivated by it. So it's kind of helped me build rapport as well. When I have a parent always leaving me feedback, I will send gems, be like, hey, thanks, I appreciate you. Stay here. I love your 5-apple feedback. And finally, my 6th biggest VIPKid regret is, this is going to sound really corny, but it's not starting sooner. I heard about VIPKid, guys, in probably 2015. And I didn't do it. I thought it was a scam. I thought it was too good to be true. I lived on the Pacific Coast, so the hours were like horrible. But I really wish I did it, because now I would be like 3 years in, and oh my gosh, I could only imagine I'd have that hoodie, that orange hoodie that people get, and oh, I just wish I did it. And I know it sounds corny, but anyways, just start. You have nothing to lose from starting. There are no startup costs. Most of my startup cost was my background. And guys, this was wrapping paper, so it was like a $5 roll. And then dollar section at Target, dollar section at Target, a freebie on the internet, dollar section at Target. So I spent $15 to $20 just for my background. You can spend less if you already have it. If you have like a desk in an area, great, you have it. You don't have to spend anything. So guys, you have nothing to lose from getting started. And if you decide you hate it, you close your bookings and you're done. And if you love it, like I do, which I hope you do, then you love it and you can keep going as much as your schedule allows. So there you have it. My 6 biggest VIPKid regrets from my first contract at the very start of my second contract. I hope you found this helpful. I hope that this helps you increase bookings, or I hope this helps you as a brand new teacher coming on for the first time just to get a better start than I did. Mine was rather rocky. It was quite the adventure. If you liked today's video, make sure you like and you subscribe, and keep an eye out the rest of the month, because I'm going to be talking about how much I made. I'm going to tell you things I've learned. VIPKid has its own dictionary of acronyms, and I have a great resource for you guys coming up. Stay tuned. Hit that bell so you don't miss it. And also stay tuned for my online teacher chat with some fellow teachers, where we come on YouTube live and we talk about just being online ESL teachers. We've got one coming up this Friday. Hope to see you there. Let me know what your biggest regrets were in the comments. I'm sure there are so many of us that have the same regrets, and this helped build that community. Anyways, thanks for watching. I will see you next time. Happy teaching!